they had someone with a piano, and they had like loads of people singing. Everyone was singing. They sang "You'll Never Walk Alone." I thought of you and Jez Teresa. They sang "Stand By Me," and they do it every Thursday. But it's a very musical street. They've got a big musical sort of culture up there. And we happened to be coming back from the park at that time. We saw it, and then I suggested to my street, why don't we do that next Thursday? And anyway, the big street on my street's WhatsApp group, look, people started leaving the group. People.
Oh.
I think I need to move out of the area. I need to move house.
We've got an amazing party going on as we speak.
Yeah. All right. In your street. Have you?
Social distancing. The VE Day. All decorations.
Pedro's put a suit on. Yes, Pedro.
I love the trotters. Look at the trotters.
Yes, Pedro.
Rodney.
Evening.
Evening.
Hi, Lucas. Great to see you.
You up, Bradbury? Mr. Bradbury?
Lovely, Mr.
You
Bradbury.
Here for the birthday solidarity.
Yeah.
Dee, I'm not sure that Del Boy wore earrings.
This time next year, Rodney. Tell you what we should do. We will wait for Chris, but what we should do, we'll come back to the Daily Chicken. But should we have... Let's get cracking, because there's an item that's not on the schedule that we'll slip in. So, Mr. English, good evening.
Hello.
Is one of your songs going to be Happy Birthday?
Well, yeah, but Chris isn't here yet.
No, and that's what I was checking. Do you want to do the other one?
Okay.
Right. Shh. Go, take it away, Robert.
Okay. Let me just No New Year's Day to celebrate, no chocolate covered candy hearts to give away, no thirst of spring, no song to sing. In fact, it's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just go to say I love you. I just go to say how much I care. I just go to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night. No autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly the southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. but what it is also new to fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, my heart, of my
Well done, guys.
Right then, the main
Super.
man is in the building.
Yay!
Chris!
Oh, happy birthday!
Hey!
Happy birthday! You're
Go,
nice.
Chris! 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 All right, listen, Chris. I'm very sorry, but we've already sang "Happy Birthday." You missed it.
Well, I'm not here now.
I'm only joking, mate.
Joking.
Should we unmute everyone for "Happy Birthday"?
Yeah, go on then, why not?
All right then, Robert. If you do the first line in tune, and then we'll all pile in and ruin it, but make it fun. Go on, Rob.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Birthday, Chris.
Happy
Thank you so much.
Big legs.
Lovely.
Yeah, mate. Right, so Chris, I'm assuming because it's your birthday, you're going to be co-host tonight. Is that all right? Am I assumed right?
Of course.
Of course, naturally. Right. I think because it is hello everyone, hello Pippa, hello everyone. Because it's absolutely beaming outside, we are going to do a 5-second daily check-in. Teresa, want to go through that?
Yeah, let's do a really quick check-in. Well, the main thing is that Chris O is all right, the birthday boy. Should we have thumbs up, everybody, anyway? Or thumbs
Well,
down? We've got a rotter, but I'm hoping everybody's had a good day because it's Chris O's birthday. Yes, Chris O. Look at that. Everybody's fantastic because it's your birthday, mate.
I love the fact that we'd be at the club doing this anyway, if it was a Friday, normal Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Go on, Nick.
Yeah. Just to tell you, I'm going to go to London for 5 days and stay with my 90-year-old mum. So we'll have a new person every day on this thing. My 90-year-old mum, Berry, she'll be joining us. We're going to be +1 from tomorrow.
I shall put her on the list. Woohoo, on the register.
She's 90 and she's called Berry, so we'll give her a big welcome tomorrow.
Yes, Berry. Yes, Berry.
Thank you.
Look forward to meeting Berry on here. I've seen her. But yeah. Thanks, Nick. Shall we, just as a one-off, Teresa, it's a very special day. bypass the bat and ball skills, or is Chris
I
doing it?
think so. I think so. I noticed yesterday not many people joined in, so should we have a little rest from that?
Yeah, right. Birthday special quiz and countdown.
Well,
Brilliant.
What's the situation there, Chris?
quiz. I know I love countdown so much. We should do a countdown from Teresa Bennett.
Yes. Pippa, I love you. Ron Atkinson, Del Boy.
Choice. I think Fran had a Only Fools and Horses quiz as well.
Have you sent me that?
Shall I do the countdown first, though?
Yeah. Do the countdown.
Yeah, of course.
Fran, have you sent me that?
Yeah, I think Fran has sent you it, hasn't she?
All right, I'll find that while you do the countdown, yeah?
Yeah, coolio. Right. So I think because it's Chris O's birthday, Chris O needs to do the choosing of the vowels and the consonants. Do you agree?
I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Chris
cool.
O, all you're going to say to me is vowel or consonant, and we get the letters, and then we see who gets the longest word. This was Chris's choice. Oh, sorry, the music started. Hold on. Pause. Okay, Chris O, vowel or consonant?
Well, so to start off with my name is a C consonant.
A consonant. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, you got a B, Chris. A B. Right. What would you like next?
It's gonna be a vowel, really.
A vowel. Oh, you've got an E. So B-E. What would you like next?
Consonant.
Consonant. Consonant. An N. B-E-N. What would you like next?
Vowel.
A vowel. Oh, you got an A.
Consonant.
Okay. Consonant. Oh, you're getting quick here. An M.
Vowel.
Vowel. Oh, you got another E.
So new
Consonant.
Nedler bomb.
Consonant. And the last one,
One vowel.
a vowel. And you've got an O. Oh, interesting. So you've got B-E-N-A-M-E-L-O. Right, ready with the music? Here we go, everybody. Remember to put it in chat. Your longest word. Hey. Okay, now there's been some good ones coming in chat. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Now I think enamel is the long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is who's Brighton Table Tennis Club? Is that you, Tim?
Yeah, but surely you're not allowed that word because it's written in order.
Isn't it amazing that came out? Liz got enamel as well. We've got lemons, we've got melons,
Bit moan.
we've got Bensons, we've got, yeah, lots of people got their enamel. How weird that came out as a, yeah, fantastic.
Interesting.
Well, there we go. So I think it was, Chris O, are you happy that it was Tim that's the champ?
Well, mine was lemon, but I think since it's my birthday, I'm going to give it to my top brother, Tim Horton.
Oh, that is very generous. Very generous. Fantastic.
You legend.
Lovely. Great choice, Chris. I asked Chris what game he wanted and he chose Countdown.
we
So
love that.
brilliant.
That's right. And I want to go on to Francesca Reynolds.
Yeah, no, just about that.
Horses.
About that, Fran has oh, yeah, I found it. Perfect timing. Chris, why do you love Only Fools and Horses so much?
Because it's my favourite, and I got into it from my two brothers because one of them said that we should do catchphrases when we've done the quiz.
All right then. So the theme of the quiz is Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, love it. So share. So is Fran the quiz master? Do we need Fran to?
Yes, we do. We need Father Quizmaster. She's lovely.
Yeah. Do you know what her name is on here today, Chris?
What?
Happy
Uh,
birthday, bro.
What's your Zoom name today, Fran?
It's happy birthday, Chris, though.
Right then.
I
You-
did the quiz on Monday night. So here, happy birthday, Chris. Here is the
Thank you, Fran.
best for you, brother.
Thank you, Fran.
Only Fools and Horses.
All right then. So Fran, is the plan that we just go through the questions, quick breakout rooms, 30 seconds, and then come back as a team? Yeah.
The plan is Chris.
Perfect.
Chris does
Yeah.
the answers.
The answers. Does it all right?
Yeah. What is the surname of Watney and Daleboy?
Okay. Then question number 1.
What is it, Chris?
Oh, it's the quiz. It's just a live quiz for Chris. I like it. Go on, Chris.
Well, for Watney is Nicholas Hurst, and their boy
That is very good knowledge.
David Jason.
That
And
is.
what is the surname? Watney and Daleboy.
The character.
Potter.
Yeah.
Potter.
Well, Chris is showing his depth of knowledge there. Well done. Number 2.
What relationship is Watney to Daleboy?
Brothers.
Yeah.
What is the real name of Daleboy?
He, I think it's Derek.
Yay!
Didn't know that. Of course it is.
What kind of building does Daleboy and Watney live in?
Nelson Mandela
Yeah.
house.
Oh, sorry.
What is the name of Daleboy and Mikhail's son?
Damien.
Yeah.
It's like Mastermind.
It's like Mastermind. I love it.
How many series is there of OFANH?
Well, they started in early 90s, so they'll be on their 50th series.
Okay, is that correct?
So it was 7.
7 series. I love the Batman and Robin episode. So the time has run out, but as it's Magnus Magnuson, you started, so you'll finish. So last question, please.
What does OFAH stand for?
Only Fools and Horses.
Yay!
Yay! Your specialist subject, Chris O, and you get your maximum points.
Thank you.
That's good. Great quiz, Fran.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure. I'm sure that some people on here know this. I don't know how many, but it doesn't really matter who does and doesn't. But Chris is with his mum at the moment in Rottingdean. But usually, a lot of the time, Chris and Fran live in the same building in Jean Marshall House. So they're really close
We
and
do.
they're housemates. And it's great that you've got such a good relationship. So
Yeah,
thank you, Fran. That was lovely.
It's okay.
Thank you,
I'm
Fran.
going to start on the quiz on tomorrow, probably.
Please do. Brilliant quiz, Fran. It's lovely, jubbly.
Next, we've got Buzz and Ball Skills, which is in the one the only my best buddy, teammate from Team Santos, Andrew Tony.
We're having a day off.
We are.
Oops. Keep going, Chris.
Cooking with the gorgeous Serena.
All right. I'll unmute you, Serena, and I'll spotlight you, and then I'm just going to mute myself to sort Heidi out from milk.
Nice hat, Serena.
Hello, everyone. I forgot it was a fancy dress for Daleboy. I've got another fancy. I quickly had to find one. Right, we're going to bake a cake in a cup. So I'll flip the camera.
Yeah,
But you can see the
yeah, we can see the ingredients there.
so I can send it later if you want to have a go. So first one is flour. So all-purpose flour, two tablespoons.
It's good you're making a cake on Chris's birthday as well. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that's true. Chocolate.
Woo.
And then pity you can't have it. Eat it,
Oh.
isn't it? Right, and then
Women, darling.
two sugars,
Wow.
a pinch of baking powder,
Yeah.
chocolate, powdered chocolate, 1 teaspoon. And then you mix the ingredients up, the dry ingredients. Oh, a little dash of salt for some reason. Mix that all up. And I've just crushed a bar of chocolate in a sort of blender, or you can just cut it with a knife. Or you can put Nutella in it. So you mix all the dry ingredients up. And then 2 teaspoons of oil.
Is that a tablespoon or a dessert?
I've used a dessert, but you can
Okay.
but you can use the ratio as long as the ratio is the same.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't really matter. But I've got a small cup. Make sure your cup's got a good space. And then two milks. Sorry, three milks. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 egg.
This is fantastic, Serena. I can't. You had it all prepared beforehand. This is amazing.
Yeah. So if you haven't got any cakes in the house, just and you don't want to eat too many cakes. So like you've got a massive big cake, you just got a little one in. You're just doing a little one in a cup.
Brilliant.
Mix that all up. Give it a good stir. I've had 4 goes of doing this to experiment to see if it works. But adding the egg makes it sort of fluffy. Then I'm going to put that in the microwave at medium heat for 2 minutes. So we've got 2 minutes to chat. Chris, have you had a cake yet?
Darling, have you had cake yet? Yes. I have.
We've had a wonderful cake made from my mum. He made a cake with plain sponge with milk chocolate on top.
Oh, fantastic. I presume you haven't eaten it all yet, have you?
No, it's just half.
Yeah. Oh. Do you like cooking yourself, Chris? Do you like
Yeah,
cooking?
good. Yeah, great. Just enjoying this. What you told us how to do.
Did you get anything in the post, Chris?
Fantastic.
Oh, that's nice. Did you get anything in the post today, Chris?
Yeah, I did. I got Susie's with Freddie Mercury.
Oh,
Oh, my God. Is that from
That's
Susie?
your card.
Is that from Susie?
Susie and Lucy.
Oh, Susie.
Oh, that's
Lucy, where are you?
Oh, wow.
Where did you find that card?
Great card.
Big. And look at this cake.
That's Cheech's
Oh,
birthday
your
present next year sorted. Great card, Susie and Lucy. What does your cake say, Chris?
That's my birthday cake.
Yay! Happy birthday.
Hey.
Say, you've got some wonderful cards.
And I got some wonderful birthday cards from
That's because you've been a wonderful lad.
you. And I didn't get Tim's.
It's in the post. Royal Mail.
Did mine turn up, Chris?
Yeah, it did, thank you.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm going to show you. I want Serena sent me this one. With
Oh,
Matt.
look at that. You got the owl.
You got the owl. That was done live on the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right.
and it was Serena Sussex Arts.
Oh,
You lucky thing. That's amazing, Chris O. Did you get my banana card?
Yes, you love
Yeah, look.
Oh.
Oh, that's so lovely, Chris.
the cake is made.
Chris, can you just show that up to the screen again? If it's all right with, well, personal message from Serena, but I just read it, said, happy birthday, Chris. It's
Go
so
back a
lovely.
bit.
We've got to know you on the show. So I just think this is fascinating because, yeah, there's lots of people that have met each other on here. Now we spend quite a lot of time with each other every day that have never previously met. So lovely, Serena.
Oh, that's all right. The cake is made.
Oh, let's
Oh,
see.
it's amazing, Serena. In that time, we've been
Oh,
chatting.
yes. So, here it is. Oh, have I flipped the camera? It's a bit hot at the moment.
Look at that. Oh,
look at that.
It's more like a sort of sponge,
Sponge.
sort of sticky pudding type sponge.
Oh.
So just try that. I can send you the recipe. That's
Yeah,
it.
that added to the recipe book.
Yeah,
You can
that's
put cream with it.
fantastic.
Can we have a round of applause for Serena's
Yay.
chocolate cake?
Chocolate cake.
That's a
Cricket
chocolate
recipe.
fondant. Greg Wallace would call that a
Yes,
chocolate fondant.
Hold on. Right, Pippa, you've got something to say, haven't you? You just sent me a nice message, and let's see. Chris, we'll come back to your cards in a minute, but Chris, you're on. Pippa's on.
Chris, I'm toasting you with a homemade scone. Can you see I made some scones?
My
Yeah,
favourite.
it tastes nice. Hang on, look. There you go. Have a bite. Have a bite, Chris. Oh. And
Right.
when we're ready, I have got the candle ready. When we get to the singing bit, there's a candle for you to blow out as well, mate.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that then. All right, sweet. Thank you.
I got this card from Teresa Bennett and family.
Banana card. Oh, lovely.
Oh, show them. Look, I've put stuffed table tennis bats. Can you see on the front, Chris?
Yeah, I got that. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the banana with tennis back. Go on, Fran.
Chris, did you get a card from the house?
Yeah, I did. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right. Get back to me.
Go on, Chris.
We've got a wonderful Q&A photo with the wonderful, handsome Alexis.
He's getting more and more handsome.
Handsome, I love it.
Where are you? I'd love to know.
So, Alexis, if you want to download your photos, and we'll do the Q&A after.
Good plan.
How are the trotters today?
I've already seen you today, Tim.
Yeah, we had a nice. I saw Alexis today. Yeah, I haven't seen him for months, and we went there to Gardner Street to just open the Real Junk Food Project cafe in what was the Infinity Foods Cafe, and yeah, it was good to get some pictures because they're cooking a lot of meals for the table tennis club. So yeah, look forward to seeing those.
Great.
Right.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Chris O from the Trotters.
Thank you very much.
This week's top tips are on angles when photographing objects such as flowers and plants, which is obviously the selfie competition for next Wednesday. So what I put is don't always go for the obvious straight-on shot. Think about how you're finding a way to shoot that suits the subject you are photographing. It doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes simple is best. Can you make something ordinary look extraordinary by using a different angle, you know, like from below, from above, from the side? And also to remember what you've learned so far about using light, creativity and composition, especially the light, I think, in this one. And now we're going to have to go off the website today because here's a series that I shot on plants and leaves.
Can you see this?
Can everyone see this?
You see the PowerPoint. We can see the web link, but we can just see this week's top tips and then the web link at the bottom.
Right, so bear with me.
That's right.
Here we go.
Where did you make your masks? Did you print them?
Yeah.
Genius.
Genius, I know. Do you want to tell us a bit about this project before we launched into the...
Yeah, I mean, this project took a year, and it started as a sort of a kind of one-off. I just saw a plant that I thought, oh, I'd quite like to photograph that. And obviously it's very different to what I normally do. And I didn't know how to do it. I hadn't got a clue. And it took a while to get around to finding the right angle, which is what I was sort of talking about today. And once I'd found that sort of, or a couple of angles, then I was able to use, and this is just using, all of these are taken using natural light with some light we've just card bounced around. North light.
Amazing together, all on a gallery like that. They look absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And
Where did you get them from?
Well, that was the kind of joke really, because they mainly came from a florist in the middle of Brighton called Guns, but I would only ever buy one. So I used to sort of look like the meanest boyfriend in history. I'm going in with this sort of one flower under my arm.
It's significantly more than Ingrid gets from me. That's not true. My mum tells me to buy her flowers all the time, so I do.
So really, this is one of the first ones I took, which is obviously on a white background. I tried different angles, which is what I want people to do with next week's project. It's called Honesty, the plant. It doesn't matter what the plant's called, and I mean, if no one has access to a garden or to get outside, then even some flowery curtain or wallpaper could do, or a house.
I think I saw. Is this? You've got a shirt like this, haven't you? Is this a shirt?
Exactly. I haven't got a shirt like that, but obviously even the pattern of a shirt could suffice in this project, and maybe use a different, technique.
Is that an actual piece of fern?
Yeah.
That's a piece of fern, yeah.
Oh wow! Just really close up.
Really close up. Yeah.
And the last one, the Honesty one.
Yeah.
Is that 2D or is that like a? It looks.
No, that's just shot onto what's called. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have a very old light box.
I saw that in your studio in New England House when I came to see it.
Yeah, and really it's just shot straight onto it so that there's light from underneath and from below, which is why I'm sort of saying maybe people think about angles, about shooting from above.
So the black things are like seeds inside?
Yes, they are, yeah. So
it's like a pomegranate or some sort of fruit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about, it's an homage to Blossfeld?
Yeah, oh, that's right, yeah. And all these photos are a homage to a book by a photographer called Cole Blossfeld. And I've had the book a few years now, and I really wanted to. I don't know. I was inspired by it. So this is I think a calla lily, and again, it's about finding the right angle. I mean, all these are stuck in an old wine bottle, and then photographed at various angles until I find the right angle.
So the stem is in the wine bottle.
The stem is in the wine bottle. Yeah. So it's good to find if you can have access to a stem or a
wine bottle,
something, even some blue tack and stuck onto a table.
There's a couple of questions. One from Pippa.
Yeah.
Can we make a light box using a torch and a bit of A4 paper?
Brilliant idea. Never thought of doing that. Absolutely, yes.
And then Serena's asked a very similar question. Do you have a light above on the subject too?
No, I just use natural light from above. This is a chili pepper.
But you could do what Pippa said and have a piece of A4 paper, torch underneath, and then it would be...
Yeah.
Exactly like...
Effect.
Yeah, exactly like Pippa's showing now. Yeah. And obviously, the further the torch is away from the paper, the more the light spreads out.
Mm-hmm.
The less strong it is. So it's about experimentation as well.
And what you show, because I think what you're doing is almost like an expert.
Yeah.
You're showing the architecture and structure of the plants.
Yeah. I mean, really, I wanted people to look at plants and in a different kind of way. To look at their structure, their form, architecturally as well. So this could be an X-ray. I mean, this is what with Pippa just demonstrated.
It could be a whole massive tree as well.
Yeah, yeah. And you see stuff. Sorry to use the word stuff. You see stuff that you've never seen before, which I think is the most amazing thing about it. You've not noticed that they become more than you've thought they were before. So that's what I meant on my introduction about sort of the ordinary becoming the extraordinary. Again, it's just a leaf that I happened to pick off, totally out of a flower pot, which and photographed again, and then you can see on the stalk all these tiny little hairs, and the different shapes and shadows that it forms. And this is again about angle, finding the angle, and until that shows up.
One more.
Yeah. Sorry, we're having to go off the.
Question from Teresa.
Yeah.
I think actually looking at the thumbnails in the gallery, just absolutely, they're just. I've seen these pictures before, but never. I don't know, never like this. I must have seen them on the website, but just the contrast, the black and white, just absolutely gorgeous. Teresa's got a question. How do you not get reflection back on the photo?
Right. That's a really good question. It's again about the angle, finding the angle where you don't get the reflections. So sort of stand and take a photo, and then if you see some reflection, or even use some card or a piece of paper to cut out a reflection, or bounce some reflection back with a piece of, if you have access to a piece of white card, or if you want to darken it, put some black card to one side, lean it against an old empty wine bottle.
I don't really understand what that means. If you got reflection from, where would the reflection be coming from?
From a window, or a light above.
So like this, if you hold a piece of card,
yeah,
and the window's here, you see reflection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Using reflections as well to show up, like in this one, to show up even more detail. I mean, this looks hyper real, this one. I really want people to think about, if the angle can make it look even sort of a stronger, or it shows up the architectural nature.
A lot of people think it's a painting.
Yeah.
You can't, I've got a tiny patio with a tiny flower bed. I couldn't take a picture of something growing there and expect it to look like that. I need to get it, bring it inside, put it on a white background, and there's a bit of preparation.
Or take a piece of white card to
the
patio and photograph it that way round. I mean, really, there are ways. The pincushion. There are ways. I don't want it to make this complicated. This is so simple. This was actually ended up being so simple. It started with me lighting it lots and lots, and ended up with no lights whatsoever. Yeah. Just literally the light from a window, but far enough away from the window so you didn't get the sun kind of hitting patches and destroying areas, and so they sort of burnt out, so you couldn't see them. If that makes any sense. I said, please ask questions as I go along.
Yeah. So Pippa said that it makes her think about how similar body structure is between humans and nature, and that it reminds her of Sanderson fabric prints. And just lots and lots of shades between white and black.
Yeah. And also not to put it directly onto the white background, but to bring it off the background a bit. So if there is any light coming in, you don't get a shadow behind. So if you don't want a shadow, but if you want a shadow, then stick it right on the background, and that can be really interesting. Again, it's about the angle from which you take it and where you place the leaf or the plant or the flower. Or a piece of fabric, or a house plant, and bring it together and just experiment and see what you come up with.
Yeah, lovely. I mean, Serena, lovely photos. Nick, Teresa, incredible photos. Lovely photos from Chris O. Astonishing photos from Nick. They are astonishingly beautiful in their simplicity from Liz. So yeah, Juliet's asking if you use a filter.
No. There's no filters at all, Juliet. It's just purely just the camera, and obviously converted from color to black and white, but nothing else. Hardly any trickery on the computer either. I mean, what I wanted to do was make it as natural as possible. as
Pure art from Pedro. They're gorgeous, Alexis. I've never appreciated these. I've seen them. I've never really taken note. I'm more interested in like all the portraits and the people and the New Haven and Dieppe stuff. I've looked at all of the other stuff. I can't say I've had a good look at the media corporate tab. It's just not really my bag. But
no, I wouldn't bother.
But the Plan project, I knew you'd done it, but until this, I'd never really. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? How you sort of appreciate things when it's explained.
I mean, thank you. It took a year. I mean, I used to do about 2 a week. And as I said, I look like the cheapest boyfriend in history. Carrying this one stem. I used to pay about 20 pence or 50p or something. Or a few were out of my mum's garden. But they're
beautiful, and you're hoping that somebody lovely, I don't know, like Heels or John Lewis might pick some up for prints, or I think they're really universally appreciated, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a book. It's arranged and planned. It's just obviously with coronavirus, and lockdown. Everything's on hold, but it's all edited in as much as the order and the typeface and all that stuff. It's just
going to be printed as a book.
Sorry, yeah, just 20 of them or 25 of them, not 100. I think that could get a bit over the top, really.
Yeah.
I've got questions.
Yeah, are there any sort of questions that people would like to ask?
People come on and said, what a romantic way to buy someone flowers. Choose a single flower, photograph it and frame it, and it lasts forever.
Nikki has quite,
Nikki has
and they look. I'm really proud when I see them. And as I said, it's so different from musicians or photojournalism. It was totally out of my comfort zone, and that's kind of another thing that I'd like people to try, really, not just sort of go up to a flower and photograph it, but there are certain times to avoid. It's best not to photograph obviously at midday when it's directly from above, unless you're sort of photographing right down into the flower because of the shadows.
Yeah.
So again, using the tips that we use for light. And
any questions?
Yeah.
Dee's asked, is it okay to do these in colour for next Wednesday?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry they're all in. I'm not sorry they're all in black and white, but yes, colour, black and white. Use filters if you want. Absolutely anything. It's just so happened that I choose to do my sort of personal projects in black and white.
And Susie said, why did you use black and white?
Because I think it has a soul that colour doesn't have. That's a personal opinion. And also the tribute to the book. And this book was done 100 years ago. These prints that I saw were all in black and white. And I said it was a homage to Karl Blossfeld. So I wanted to do it in black and white. And it has I think it has an abstract nature as well. These are all, a lot of them are amazing colours. And yet this way round, you look at them in a different way.
Yes, I agree. Well, and they're absolutely beautiful, Alexis. So I think what we'd love to do is, finish. Alexis, you still there?
Yeah, still here. Yeah.
So what is the competition for Wednesday?
It's really, if you can and you have access to photograph a plant, a leaf, a flower, even a flowery shirt if you haven't got access to anything, a house plant, and try and think about the lighting, the angle, very much about the angle this week, I think, which is what my sort of top tip was. And
something simple and gentle.
Yeah. This is quite a simple, gentle competition, and if people want to be somewhere in the photograph, they can be. But I think this is more of a sort of still life.
Good, very Well, a different challenge for us all.
Yeah,
that was absolutely amazing. Everyone's responses were gorgeous. So thank you so much.
Amazing.
Talented boy, Alexis. Talented.
Tim.
Yes, my brother. Sorry.
And then after the breakout rooms, we're going to do a sing along with
know what, Nick?
Fabulous Alison Nicholas Quill, who is my brother.
Listen, brother, if it's all right with you, we're going to do a song to sing along, and I'm just going to share the audio and not the video. And then we'll do, is it Sweet? What's the song, Chris?
Yeah, he's changed it. Last minute change from Chris. Chris has requested the one and only fellow Jewish boy, Neil Diamond.
Sweet Caroline, is it?
Yeah.
All right then. So what?
Great choice.
We know the chorus. I'm not sure I know all the words, but I'm just going to spotlight Chris.
Is that because it's Shabbat?
You can all skim through the gallery on whatever you can see on your devices. And then I know that some people will come into breakout rooms, but we'll do the sing-along, Chris, and then some of us can do breakout rooms and a couple of people might need to shoot off. But this is for Chris O's birthday. Nick, go on, give it the big intro. Lay it on, Nick, while I line it up.
For the one and only, the man. It's not every day you turn 34. It's not every day you turn 34 in these exceptional conditions. But we present to you the man. Cometh the man, cometh the hour. Chris O'Flynn with Sweet Caroline.
We love you, Chris. Love you. Let's have it.
Where it began, I can't begin to know, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good.
Look at that. That was absolutely sensational. Audience participation. Enjoy that, Chris.
Thank you. Just to, before we go to the breakout rooms and say goodbye,
Chris,
I just want to say a big thank you to all of you.
Oh, Chris.
beautiful cards that you sent me.
Oh, Chris, you're making me cry.
It made my birthday special, and you've been my family, and I love being on Zoom on my birthday. Thank you very much.
Oh, Chris, Pippa's got a birthday candle for you. Look, you happen to be in the next window on the gallery view. So if you look to your left, look
What's that?
Look towards your mum. Look towards your left.
Where?
Just blow at the camera and it will do the job. Right. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Please.
Great song choice.
Great birthday.
Great to see you, Chris. Mwah.
Tomorrow, I'm doing bamboo skills tomorrow, and you're gonna love to see me tomorrow. Wearing my t-shirt, born in the 80s.
Born in the 80s.
Alexis, Vicky, is there if I take my picture in the park?
Yeah.
I'm
just from everyone else.
Yes.
I do. Okay.
Let's get into the breakout room.
Did you enjoy that, Wenway?
When.
It's a good one, Wenway. Very good.
Very, very good, Chris.
Is that better than the normal session with Chicho on a Friday, or similar?
Oh, no.
Did you throw his daughter? No. Is it your dog?
Oh, wow, what a room. We've got the birthday boy, Lucy and Susie.
Whoa.
Here we. That card was amazing, Susie and Lucy, that you sent, Chris O.
Oh, gee, I'm going to show you both. It was amazing. I love it.
Oh, bless. Yeah, I need a card for...
I love Annie Mercury. I love it. Thank you, Lucy. And I've never seen such wonderful words. Thank you so much. You've always been my favourites.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thanks, Chris. You always say.
But can you show us Teresa's banana card as well?
Oh yeah, he's going to show it. Look, I'm lucky. I've got these table tennis stickers. Can you see the little bats that I put on the banana's hands and some Brighton stickers? So I was lucky.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Innovative, Teresa.
I was.
And your words, Teresa, are so warming, so wonderful. Thank you so much. And I've always loved being on it.
Yes,
and I
very loving lady.
Always see you, Teresa. You've got my full heart on the Daily Show.
Oh, bless you, Chris.
And ours. And ours.
Wonderful. Right, we've got to go.
Yeah. He does, doesn't he, Del Boy? He has cocktails, Fran, you know.
Yeah.
Is that what it is, Liz?
No, it's Campari, darling, but it looks like a cocktail.
Go on, Teresa. Chris, we should declare this day a national holiday forever. It's your birthday.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Thumbs up. Chris' birthday should be a national holiday forever.
Absolutely. Andrew.
I'm ready for all this.
Well done. Making another origami box.
Andrew, you're coming on the edge stream at 7.
Show your...
Have fun with the edge. Chris O, happy birthday, mate. You're the top man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chris O. Happy birthday to you. Goodbye, mate. Tomorrow. Buenas noches. Love you, Chris. Happy birthday. Episode 48.
Yeah, man, 48.
Amazing.
Hey, guys.
Bye, darlings.
That's mine.
Hey!
Frank!
Hey,
Mate.
Stay.
How
you doing, Frank?
Did you do my card?
And you, Andrew?
Yes,
I miss you.
Andrew, you did a quiz in an hour.
I do. Yeah,
7 o'clock, a Zoom quiz.
But I'll make it in the post.
Oh yeah, I did post it already, Chris. It might be on its way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah?
I like you the most.
Shush!
I was going to say here that Fran, but I know Andrew is looking for a girlfriend like you, Fran.
I'm stay single, Fran.
I do, Frank.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey, Harry.
Hi, John.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, my dad's birthday soon as well.
Was that Frank?
Chris's brother was on today.
Oh, yes.
Chris, what have you been doing on your birthday?
Oh, not much. Really, just been so busy with my brother around with his daughters, and we've had my dad David round, and we've had a garden picnic.
Oh, that's nice. A garden picnic.
I have cake as well. I have cake.
Any presents from your family?
Three.
Yeah, I had about 5 or 6 gifts.
Oh, that's good. You done very well on your birthday then, Chris.
Yes, so then we need to sign up for the extra.
I've had 18 birthday cards.
You got one for me, Chris, yet?
And I've got a robot.
Well, 10 is cable robot.
Yeah.
Alright. Look, Mark.